For over 6 months, I've been completely separated from my 14-year-old daughter. No calls, no visits, not even the sound of her voice.
I'm a father of 4 and can no longer stay silent about the corruption, misconduct, and systemic failures that I experienced firsthand in our local family and criminal courts over the past 18 months.
I am here as a mother fighting for 5 years to reunite and bring my daughter Isabella home. What happened to Isabella was not child protection. It was wrongful seizure of a child.
I am a mother of 4, a certified public school teacher in our state, yet I am blocked from even speaking to my children.
In my case, I was indefinitely barred from my children's school in Volusia County, no notice, no hearing, cut off from my child's IEP process, stripped of rights guaranteed by law.
The separation began with an ex parte order signed by a previous Volusia County judge, written and submitted by the guardian ad litem, who claimed that my daughter would be both in physical and emotional danger if she wasn't immediately removed.
Isabella has been held unlawfully in Florida, separated from me for years. The impact on our whole family has been devastating.
I was denied access to counsel by a general magistrate and a judge. I was barred from presenting critical evidence, prevented from calling witnesses in key hearings, and excluded from illegal ex parte hearings.
This was not a lawful relocation. This was state-enabled child trafficking under the color of law.
Councilman Don Dempsey held a private discussion without the public present. His law office works alongside attorneys implicated in these very same harms, including Brett Kasijan, who continues to intimidate parents through threats and emails under protection of the courts, the sheriff, and the DeLand Police Department.
The judge who took over was even more erratic. She had emotional outbursts in the court, stormed out of the courtroom, threatened the entire courtroom with jail, met privately with the guardian ad litem, refused to hear from the teenagers involved, even though the police said they would make that happen.
The retaliation we have faced for speaking up about what she has endured is absolutely reprehensible. What's even worse is that there are people out there, even some relatives, who have been made to believe that Isabella isn't even my child. Imagine that. That's how far this system has gone to erase me, to erase our lives, and to rewrite the truth.
In front of everyone, she was then taken away. 14 years old, humiliated and terrified, without warning, without evidence, and without due process.
Hearing Officer Neil Kaufman, in June 2025, hearing you silence my testimony and refuse to allow me to contest the validity of enforcement on a void foreign order under UIFSA.
While my children were taken and returned and taken again, no abuse, no neglect, then placed under the control of a documented substance abuser.
When my 2 youngest children ran away from their abusive mother to escape unsafe conditions, my best friend, Janet Potzik, who just spoke, and I were trying to help them and were falsely arrested on information, not indictment, for third-degree felony interference with child custody.
I've always been a hands-on mother, the PTA mom, the team mom, the cheer mom, the volunteer in the classroom, the kind of parent that every community depends on.
Despite all of this, I, a dedicated educator and mother, is denied phone contact, visitation, or even updates about my children's well-being.
Isabella has a family that loves her deeply, and every day without her has caused immeasurable pain and trauma. My child needs her mother, and it's imperative for her to know that I have never given up fighting for her, no matter how impossible the odds have seemed.
Meanwhile, those who violated the laws and procedures, the judges, the court officers, and others, have faced no accountability. This is not justice. It's a broken system that punishes parents for speaking up and enables unchecked power and puts children at risk.
Because right now, the people paid to protect are the ones destroying our families. And while they go home at 5 o'clock, my daughter goes to bed each night without her mother.
To the 7th Judicial Circuit of Florida, to Judge Warren, Upchurch, Magistrate Alvarez, Hearing Officer Kaufman, and DOR Counsel Alan Holt, I say, we see you. This is fraud upon the court under the color of law.
The only responses I've received is from Sheriff Mike Chitwood calling me mental and crazy, and the Clerk Counsel Antonio James threatening me to stay quiet. Let it be clear, I will not be silenced.